play is they look out for the new member. Because they know who they are, because these guys have come to the meetings and they know who to look for. And they go over, hi, introduce themselves. You know, I'm an ambassador, I'd like to, you know, introduce you around, what kind of business are you in? And they make the connections right there, right there. So it's a real powerful thing that we have. So that's why we think it is more than fitting that we recognize the Ambassador of the Year, the one ambassador who's gone kind of above and beyond the call of duty to really help our members connect, save, and grow. And the way the Ambassador of the Year is selected is they earn points throughout the year for the various things they do, the meetings they attend to, the chamber functions, the retention calls they make. So it's a big time thing, and you know, we're keeping score. And so at the end of the year, what happens is that person who is the best is rewarded here today. So today we actually have a unique pleasure of having a repeat winner. Brooke Grubb from Unique Impressions won last year, and she continues to have that passion for the chamber, and she is our 2013 our Ambassador of the Year. So I'd like to have Brooke come up and make a few comments.
I never like the podium. I'm so thankful to serve as an ambassador for the chamber. For as much as I put into it, I get even more back. Sometimes the best way to say thanks is to pay it forward. So today, I'd like to share an important life lesson. It's especially critical in networking and sales, which in some form we all do. The lesson is, be true to yourself. About 10 years ago, I joined a company called The Pampered Chef. They do home parties like Tupperware, but with kitchen tools. I had to make it work. I just quit my full-time job to sell Pampered Chef and stay at home with my baby boy. It was the evening of my first home party, but I wouldn't tell anyone it was my first time. No, I had memorized my flashcards and was set for perfection. I would take everyone's breath away. I did. About halfway through the party, my cake batter overflowed in the oven, filling the room with smoke and taking everyone's breath away. But even before that, before the smoke, some lady in the audience interrupts my presentation and says, is this your first time? Yes. In my quest for perfection, I came across as nervous and plastic. No one there invited me to do a show in their home. I scrounged up a few more parties, tried to fake perfection, turned off more people, and was running out of business. Then came show number 17. Somewhere in the middle, I snapped. Yeah, that hurt actually. When I snapped, I don't remember exactly what I said when I snapped, but it was snarky and not from a Pampered Chef approved flashcard. Apparently, I insulted someone's mother. The audience laughed, so I dished out more of what I really wanted to say. Believe me, those comments were at my expense. 2 attendees booked a party, 1 joined my team. That's when I learned to be true to myself. When I had the courage to just be me, even parade my many imperfections. That's when people smiled. In my 6 years with Pampered Chef, I did 774 shows and recruited 89 people. Being true to ourselves seems obvious, but how many of us do it? Have you ever met someone at a networking mixer who wears the perfect suit, has the perfect hair, flashes the perfect smile, and like a robot utters how perfect life is? What do you think of that person? Ironically, how often are we tempted to be just as perfect when we serve as the face of our companies? In the end, we attract more people and more business by just being real. By the way, my reign with Pampered Chef ended when I found myself divorced and a single mom of 2 boys, 6 years old and 6 months old. I desperately needed a job with benefits. For a while, I stopped being true to myself. In desperation, I took jobs that were respectable, but totally conflicted with my off-center personality, like financial services and technology. I was out of my element and struggled to make ends meet. Then came a key connection thanks to the Newcastle County Chamber of Commerce. At one chamber event, I was catching up with fellow chamber member Donna Odell Hoke from Unique Impressions. I asked how things were. She said, "Oh, not good. You know our sales rep, Jackie? She's leaving. We're gonna miss her. And now I have to find someone new." I hear Donna's plight, and I'm thinking, yes! Yes! You see, I've been eyeing up Jackie's job for like forever. Jackie would put company logos on practically every imaginable object in the universe, and that was me. A month later, I settled into my new desk at Unique Impressions. That was 2 years ago. Now, business owners and sales managers in this room, do you have a square peg of an employee that you can't seem to fit into the round hole of a job description? My boss, Donna, takes that round hole and carves it into a square. She doesn't harp on employees' weaknesses. Instead, she focuses on our unique talents, our passions, and whatever makes us true to ourselves. She knows that when we shine, the company shines. For instance, my passion is unconventional marketing. For instance, just for fun, at a couple chamber events, and some of you saw this, I wore a trench coat lined on the inside with promotional pens. I'd walk up to unsuspecting chamber members or staff members like Bob Chadwick, and I'd say, "Take a pen, any pen." Of course, Bob would eventually figure out I was decent underneath, but for that split second before figuring out, yeah, the look on everyone's faces, it made it totally worthwhile. You should get your own trench coats and display your wares. It's totally worth it. Donna not only allowed for this publicity stunt, she lined the trench coat. I got a lot of business requests. Fortunately, most were related to our actual business. By allowing us to be true, Donna has a team that is energized, creative, productive, and loyal. Hopefully you're giving your team that chance. Hopefully you're giving yourself that chance. If not, imagine what your business, your career, your life would look like if you did. I got my second chance thanks to a key connection at the Newcastle County Chamber of Commerce. And thank you, Chamber, for giving me a few moments to share this message and pay it forward. Thank you.